Oh, for sure.
I suspect it's because of the attitude we've seen from you the last couple of weeks.
Well, I can just
they
say,
wanted pleasant greetings.
It's not my fault. It's not me that's changed. It's these fans that you're getting in here lately. Look at these people. You know, I'd like to give them something. I'd like to give them what they need for Christmas, but I don't know how to wrap a bathtub.
Now, the comments by Jerry the King Lawler joining us here at ringside today. Bill Dundee against Badtime, number 1.
I was going to ask you, Dave, if I gave you a drum, would you beat it? What do you think? What? I'm asking you. That's
never been much of a drummer, I must say.
Yeah, well, would you beat it then?
Badtime, number 1.
Look at Dundee.
Big guy. Dundee, yeah. Hammered that arm up behind him and took him down to the mats.
Is it possible that he's getting smaller? Is he?
I don't think he's getting smaller.
You know what? You know what? He was real small when he was just a little kid. And his grandfather told him, if you want to grow up big and tall like me, it's an old Australian, I guess a remedy or something like that. He said, you take a little lard and rub it on your head and on your chest every day, and you grow up and be big and tall. And then his grandfather saw him when Dundee was about 20 years old, and he was just like he is now, about 4 feet tall. And he said, Granddad, I don't know what, I've been rubbing it on my head and my chest every day. He said, you been rubbing lard? He said, yeah, Crisco. He said, well, you little idiot, that's shortening. That's what happened to Dundee.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at him.
What a day it's been here with the King joining us at the table.
I heard the other day Dundee let out his bath water and he could hardly fight the current. He's small.
That's small, all right.
Look at this.
Dundee, he may be small, but he's tough, let me tell you.
No, boy, he's tough. I wish I had a dime for every time I've heard that about him.
CWA champion. They don't just walk in here and hand you that belt. You got to win it.
Who did he win it from? I think they walked in and handed it to him, didn't they?
I don't think they did.
Yeah.
I think he won it fair and square in a match. In there against Badtime, number 1 right now.
This is what gets me about some of these today's matches. This guy at Badtime. This is why I can't rate him any higher, Dave. You could put both of these Badtimes, 1 and 2, and this T.D. Steele and this Big O, and all of these guys in there against me. I could beat every one of them in a. But these guys sit there and drag it out. It's like, I mean, what is Dundee just looking for airtime or what? If he wants to impress somebody, beat the guy. I don't think you can beat him. That's the problem. That's why I have to take points away from him.
Well, I think he probably can beat him, but, you know, maybe not. That's why we have the match to find out. Badtime. Dundee has hooked his arm in the back of his tights there.
I don't think you can beat him. That's why you're dragging this out so long.
Bill Dundee, CWA champion, and Bill won that belt from Dirty White Boy. That's who he won the belt from.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's competition, huh?
No.
Yes, sir.
Outside interference was involved in that.
Dundee takes Badtime up high in the air, drops him, then walks across his stomach.
I bet that felt like a fly landing on him.
There's a cover, 1. Whoa, just a 2 count. Dundee right back on another cover. 2. No, got shoulder up. I thought he had him there for a minute, but Badtime able to get the left shoulder up off the mat. Coming up on the 3-minute mark on this one. Dundee hooked that leg.
3 minutes with a guy like that.
Billy leaning on the ropes. The referee says, whoop, wait a minute, you can't do that, Bill. Back away. Can't use the ropes which will give you some extra downward leverage. That's not allowed. I think Billy was reaching for the mask. I didn't see exactly what happened there. I looked away for a moment, but it looked like Badtime was complaining about Bill going after the mask.
That's the first decent move I've seen. That was a good drop kick. I got to give him credit for that.
That was a fine drop kick.
But now look, instead of trying to beat the guy, you know what he's doing?
Going after the mask.
Yeah, and you know why? Because those fans in the audience said, take the mask off of him. That's the trouble, and that's where I finally wised up. Bill and Dodge and Jeff Jarrett and all that, they worry about what the fans want them to do or what the fans think. And you know what? What you'll find out is those fans are so fickle, but, brother, they'll jump off your bandwagon in a second. I found that out. So why go out of your way to try to please them? Huh? Tell me that.
I think what the fans think is important, as a matter of fact.
Why do you say that?
Because
have you ever seen a fan help you win a match?
Yeah, many times. I've seen the fans get behind.
I've never had a fan interfere in my match and help me win.
No, they didn't interfere, but I would submit that the way one of the factors in your winning the world title was because the fans were solidly behind you. I was there that night, the night you won the title.
Well, let me ask you this. That was one big title match I won. What about all of the years of frustration when I came up short, when I still had all those fans behind me? It's not the fans that win the match for you, Dave. I can assure you that. And look, it was not that bad having them cheer for you and everything if you didn't have to go so far out of your way to try to please them, because they are so fickle. They are so, what have you done for me lately? You know they are, Dave. Don't just sit there with that blank look on your face. That's the way they are.
I stand by what I said. What the fans think is important. I think Bill Dundee and Dutch Mantell know that. And in Dutch's case, I think he found that out the hard way. It took him a long time to discover that, what the fans think is important. But now he knows it, and so does Dundee.
And now the fans are behind Dutch, right?
Right.
And he's still a loser. He hasn't won one match. He has not won one match since the fans have been solidly behind him.
He won a match here today.
Oh, please, give me a break. You're not going to count that as a match, are you? I'm talking about a major match where something's riding on it. I'm talking about a championship match or something like that. The fans ain't going to help you one bit. Matter of fact, it's probably more of a distraction to you when you got to, look, Dundee's up there. He probably should have already beat the guy or could have beaten him, but instead, he's concentrating on trying to take the guy's mask off.
Well, he's not now. He's got the sleeper hold on him, and it looks like Billy has pretty well got this one wrapped up. Yes, sir. That's it.
A match like that put a sleeper hold on me sitting out here.
5 minutes, 48 seconds. Bill Dundee gets the hand raised, and now he gets to wake him up. Bad time number one. Welcome back. And Bill Dundee gets the win, and I think
come on, wake me up now.
I think the fans are pleased with that one.